So the organization has just made me experience something disgusting. They made an old woman touch my left hand, and it is absolutely repulsive because you see someone like me who courts life and seeks life and wants to live forever, really loves and also admires youth, health, energy, and life, and absolutely hates and despises aging, disease, and also death. And having an old woman touch my hand is repulsive, completely disgusting and repulsive, and I am certain that they did that on purpose because just before leaving the house for the shopping mall, I made a video about the actress who plays Tigress in this year's movie The Hunger Games. And I did say that I thought about holding her hand. And I am sure that they did that deliberately because of that. To take what I thought about experiencing and turn it into something ugly. It was on the way back from the shopping mall. There was this old woman behind me that made like a short drama about forgetting to pay or something in some food shop on the street, and she started walking fast behind me, and then I felt something warm touching my left hand, and then I realized that she actually touched my left hand with hers, and it was made seem like an accident, but I don't think that it was an accident. It was deliberate. And also, I don't know why, but ever since I started to do 56, which are the building blocks of my current training program, ever since I started the very first day of doing it at the beginning of September this year, they immediately started to make old women follow me wherever I go and try to set up some sort of intimate interaction between me and an old woman. On that very first day when I started doing 56, and I was in some place on errands waiting for an appointment, they made an old woman sit in front of me and shake her foot in front of me, suggesting that I should desire her old, disgusting feet. And not just that, like today when I was in the shopping mall, they made two old women walk in front of me and like really slow, blocking my way to the electric stairs. And same thing on the way back from the escalator. They made a different pair of old women block the road, forcing me to exit the mall from its entrance rather than from its exit. And when I was eating in the mall, they made an old woman wearing black and red colors sit nearby, and they make old women wearing red and black appearing wherever I go. Like they do it deliberately, they make old women wear those specific colors. Because those are the colors of my gym equipment at home. All of my exercise equipment at home, maybe except for the bench press, which I bought several years ago, are in the colors of red and black. Because they are made by a Polish company named Marbosport. And it just happens that most of the equipment made by Marbosport is in the colors of red and black. And those assholes, the organization, they are trying to associate exercise with old age, which it is just the opposite. Exercise gives you life, especially the exercise that I do. The 56, they are supposed to increase your life force. But for some reason, ever since I started doing them, they started to make me become followed by old women, like really old, like above 50 years old. Which is contradictive to what I am doing. I am here doing something that is over several years supposed to increase my life force by a very significant amount and even make me younger. Yet, they associate what I do with old women, with old age, and make me become followed by old women instead of young ones. When what I am doing is courting life. And I don't understand why they're doing this shit to me, but I don't like it. I ignore those women wearing the colors of my exercise equipment, but when it comes to touching my body parts, especially an intimate part like the hand, it really pisses me off. Like it really it upsets me. And I was then in the supermarket and I was going into a different direction than where I was supposed to, because my mind, it was so like disrupted by that event that I completely lost track of what I was supposed to do. Now, that's about old women, which is really disturbing. But since I have this opportunity to discuss this, what they try to make me have intimacy with that I don't. Another thing is homosexuals. You see, ever since about 2016, when I started doing gymnastics, they started making me become followed by homosexuals wherever I go. Especially since at home I showed some interest in transsexuals. They decided that since I do gymnastics and I take care of my physical appearance and I look really young and attractive, and also since I showed interest in transsexuals, then it must mean that I'm also interested in homosexuals. But that's absolutely not true. It was never true. I was never into dudes. I never wanted to fuck a guy. I never wanted to date a guy. And I never wanted to romantically love a guy. In just an earlier video today, I said that I would have a relationship with a really good-looking transsexual. But transsexual is not a homosexual. There is a big difference between someone who made a sex change and between a dude who likes other dudes. That's not me, and I'm not into that shit. But ever since 2016, they made homosexuals follow me wherever I train. When I didn't used to train at home, I used to train at public gyms, and they would really court me. They would really follow me obsessively, and they would try to show me their legs and their asses, and they would sometimes get really close to me and sometimes try to shove their armpit into my face, and it was absolutely repulsive. To be frank with you, I am disgusted by homosexuality. Now, I do respect their humanity. They are human beings. But keep them the fuck away from me! Old women and homosexuals. That's what they make me be followed by. And I don't want that in my life. You know, those people, they semi-randomly pick something to obsessively harass me with, and they just won't let go. Now, the Emma Watson thing, at least that had some basis. I did have some interest in Emma Watson for several months, even a great interest, although it was only for several months, and I was never interested in marriage. Yet they blew it out of proportion and decided to torture me for over 3 years for Emma Watson. But I was never interested in old women, and I was never interested in homosexuals. And no, transsexuals and homosexuals are not the same fucking thing. Transsexuals make a sex fucking change, and not even all of them look like women, and I am interested only in the ones that are in the, how do you say this word, indescribable, indistinguishable from a woman. I'm only interested in ones that are really woman-like, and I don't have the slightest interest in males. And again, not in old women, not in males. Fuck off with both of those things. I don't want a relationship with an old woman, and I don't want a relationship with a man. Fuck off with those fucking things.